Everybody good?
Yeah, it's 1 second.
All right. Questions for Coach, please.
Nia Boyd arrived, enrolled early. Just what kind of went into her decision to get here, and how valuable could it be for her to be here a few months early?
Yeah, it's a really interesting situation, but we were able to bring Kanaya in early as an early enrollee, and she'll hopefully benefit from that, not just athletically, academically, medically, as she sits out, but is here, and gets to be part of this team a little bit early, and hopefully she'll be ready to go this summer.
What does the team need to do kind of out of the gate to avoid falling into a deficit? Obviously, they may not be able to pull themselves out, but how do you keep yourself from not getting into that hole in the first place?
Yeah, I think our team, I think we can have a little bit more aggressive mentality to start the game, and that's probably on both ends of the court, on the boards as well. I think we've played well when we're aggressive, and I think we may just have a little bit of tendency to be passive to start the game, to evaluate, to assess, and instead of just stepping out there and just pushing things on both ends of the court. So hopefully it's a mentality thing we can work through.
Alaya's averaging about 18 points a game. What's the key to slowing or containing her a little bit?
She's I'll tell you what, she's so fast, she's very quick, and she can shoot the three, she can put the ball on the floor, plays hard. She's doing a really good job of handling the ball and scoring for them. She's going to be a tough matchup for sure.
I thought when Florida played Florida State early season, their defense really stood out and kept them in that game. Just what challenges they present defensively, and especially with that high ball pressure, how good could that be for your team to grow through another game like that?
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing game in and game out right now. But Florida's very athletic. They're athletic in a lot of their positions. They've got some length to go with that on the perimeter. They pressure you defensively. They get out and run on the offensive end. I think their transition offense is one of their strengths, along with their athleticism on the defensive end. So that's immediate. Immediately, we know we've got to take care of the basketball. We've got to be poised. We've got to be able to get back on defense, get matched up, and we've got to be able to guard their athletes as well. So I think that makes it a very interesting matchup.
Go ahead.
After the MTSU game, you said the team needed to take some ownership. How have you seen that this year?
I have seen our team really step up and understand how we need to play. Even in practice, the players' comments and their communication and their talk screams ownership. It really does. They understand what they need to do, and they're really encouraging and pulling for one another to get those things done. So I like how we've grown from that.
Has there been anyone specific that's kind of led the charge on that?
I think Caroline Strickland has had probably the strongest, most consistent voice throughout the season. And that's just been her personality. But as of late, I think we've heard Jewel Spears' voice even more. And I think both of them had the ability, along with some other players, Tess Darby, Sarah Puckett. We have some other players that can step up and have that voice as well.
Florida's average. You can go ahead. You're gonna go.
Both of the last two games is the lowest amount of threes that you guys have shot or attempted this season. How much of that is the game plan going in, and how much is just the flow of the game as well?
Yeah, I think each game is going to look different, and I think we've shown that we can adapt through different styles, especially on the offensive end. We'll take good threes, and there's no doubt about it, but also we want to get the ball to the paint. And I think finding that balance and then playing with the flow of the game, the way we need to play, is really important.
Florida's averaging about 19 points off of turnovers a game. That was a bit of an issue against Kentucky in the first half. What focus have you given that this week to prepare for that?
Yeah, we've continued to work on our offense versus the pressure, versus some denials, versus disruptive defense. Hopefully the reps are helping us with Auburn, Kentucky, and now Florida. You've got some similarities there with how they present their defense, but you've got to go out and do it, and that's something that we want to continue to grow through, continue to work through as well.
Another kind of unique thing about Kanaya's situation is she's sitting out, and Taleja's also sitting out. Most will be pretty important for you next year. Just how nice is it to have them be able to start that bond early off the board?
I think Taleja and Kanaya are going to probably connect pretty quickly. They'll both be in on the same schedule in terms of getting extra lifts in. They're going to have a lot of similarities. They're both two amazing defenders that I'm going to wish I could throw out there on the court. But I think having those two together and working together, I think will be good. And then Destiny as well, with her not being on the court, she'll be in that group. That's a good group to get some extra work in.
Tamari, how has she looked in practice coming off of that huge game against Kentucky?
Yeah, she's been good. I think she continues to be consistent right now and understands what she can do. She wants more. I think we'll continue to work with her, but I think you're just seeing that progression that we felt like we could get to. Just her trajectory is in a positive way right now.
With Tamari, she said that there were some things that she still felt like she needed to do to fully get back to where she once was and even improve upon that. When you look at that, what do you specifically see that you feel like she needs to improve on moving forward?
Yeah, I think hands right now, being able to go grab balls, snatch balls outside of herself. Footwork still a little bit in terms of defensively moving her feet, going after some rebounds, and being able to box out maybe a quicker opponent. Those are things that are going to be hard anyway in that position. So as she continues to get more comfortable with those things, I think you'll see that improvement.
As a coach, do you ever look at the stat sheet after a game and kind of just in all of Rakia's stats in general, just because everything just seems so seamless on the court? I mean, you look up, she has 20-some points, and it doesn't even seem like she put more than one or two up.
Yeah, Rakia plays so well and so efficiently, consistently, that you do forget sometimes that it's adding up. I know with her, she misses a shot, and you go, "Oh wow, she missed!" You just don't expect it. She's so smooth. She's really, really fun to watch, and obviously love that efficiency.
Jasmine Powell was there, triple-double Sunday, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Just how crucial is that kind of production for you guys going forward?
Yeah, I think Jasmine is a big key to our team, and she's going to have the ball in her hands a lot. We need her to be aggressive because she's good at it. But she also has a pretty good feel for what we need to do offensively right now, and in terms of where the ball needs to go. She's rebounding well, and she's defending really well. So she does so many good things for us. And a lot of times, like this last game, it will pop up on the stat sheet. But proud of her, but also just want to continue to push her for that consistency because it's needed.
Sarah Puckett, is she still trending in the right direction? Where would you evaluate her right now?
Yeah, I think Sarah's been good. Didn't get as many minutes in the last game, but it's very similar. Right? At Auburn, Jewel didn't get all the minutes in the second half, and that's going to happen. There's going to be a flow of the game that lends to different lineups being out there. But Sarah's done some really good things, and I think at Auburn in particular, statistically she didn't have a lot of stats, but I thought she played well. So I thought she did a lot of good things. Sometimes Sarah being on the court makes other people better. It gives me some options to move Rakia around a little bit more. So, we're going to continue to encourage Sarah to be aggressive and looking for ways to score, and making sure that she's continuing to be effective on the boards.
Did you kind of see things start to click for Jasmine during the offseason when she had you under her belt here?
I thought Jasmine Powell had a really good summer. She looked really good, and she took her dedication to another level, in my opinion, this summer. She got in the gym more. She was very consistent there, and I thought her effort in practice was more consistent at an elite level. So I really been proud of her starting from the summer. I mean, she had a really good summer, and it just carried over. And it's not. She didn't luck into playing well right now. I mean, it's hard, and she's put the work in.
What have you liked from the play inside that has helped to free up the three? Or sorry, I phrased that wrong. What have you liked about the play on the inside that's allowed you not to have to rely on the three?
Well, I think for us, we want to get the ball inside. I mean, that's a priority for us each and every game. We understand some games is going to be harder than others. And for us, if we get the ball inside, that is what loosens up opportunities for open threes if we need it. So I think probably the most important piece of that is we have the balance. We really, really need balance, and balance not just Rakia is Rakia, but we need other people to step up and be effective, and inside and outside, and it could be so many different people.
Jillian didn't get a ton of shots Sunday, but thought she looked good in a lot of other areas. You said before Kentucky that she kind of has the same sweet spot as Rakia. You didn't want to have them both kind of looking for the same spot. Could you kind of expand more on that? What that could look like, and what you want Jillian to do offensively? Yeah,
each game is and we talk about this a lot. Each game is different, right? And when Rakia is a 4, that puts Jillian, if Jillian's in there, it moves her to the 5. If Rakia's a 3, we can move Jillian into 4 or the 5. We can move them around a little bit. I want Jillian to be a little bit more aggressive, wanting the ball in the paint. I think she's got to look for more 15-foot opportunities because she can really knock those down. But really more demanding the ball in the paint, and that's gonna. She needs to be a presence there. That will open up things for other people. And now there are going to be times that we're going to have to work on a high low, and she's going to have to be up and moving around. But I think the times that she's playing low, I want her to be a little more physical and want the ball. But she rebounded really well. I think defensively, just having some mobility and some size at the same time, and then her ability to defensive board has been great for us. So even if she's not scoring, she can do some positive things for us.
What part of Rakia's play do you feel is most beneficial when it comes to the SEC slate?
Which part? Well, I think one, having a go-to player that wants the ball, that will step up and demand the ball, and is okay taking that tough shot. I think that's really important. And then in terms of her skill set, I think the versatility is going to help us in the SEC play, whether we need to play on the wing or the 4, and then her ability to rebound is going to be critical, because this is such a tough league and it's so physical. Just being able to move her around each game is important.
Coach, with Tamari on the defensive end, especially we saw it in the second half, just how much she's able to momentum change a complete game there. How important, I guess, is it to your overall defensive scheme for her to play well on defense to help you guys get out in space, transition and stuff?
Yeah, Tamari affects the offense. She affects what the opponents are doing, and it gives her teammates so much confidence when they know she's behind them, and that's important. We've got to keep working with her so she can continue to have those high minutes and be out there and be that presence when we need it. She's just, I don't, other than just saying what an amazing presence in the paint, she's just affecting so much.
And with Rakia, would you say she's pretty much close to 100% now? I mean, she was SEC Player of the Week and all that.
Well, she looks 100%, yeah. I think right now, Rakia's playing high minutes where we need her to play high minutes. She's consistent. She's playing well. So yeah, I think she's good. We will definitely, as a staff and as coaches, continue just to monitor her load throughout the year. But that's honestly very normal at this point. For seniors and fifth years, that's what you're typically doing with those folks anyway.
Tamari played most of her minutes in the second half Sunday. I know you said you should have maybe got her more in the first, but is there any concern still with just wanting to have her for the full second half, and that still getting that fitness all the way back up?
Yeah, I think right now it's game to game. I don't go in worried about her being able to play X number of minutes. I talked to her during her long minutes. I made sure she felt good, that she was okay getting up and down the floor. She wasn't going to get tired on me and then not be able to move. But I thought she does a great job communicating with me in those moments. So I really rely on her, and obviously the eye test. We can see if they're getting winded, but she's done a good job of pushing through where we needed it.
After the Auburn and Kentucky game, has there been more of an emphasis placed on getting out to a fast start and not dropping the ball?
Yeah, we've talked about it. I think, although on the outside looking in, talking about the score early on, the games were played very differently. It didn't feel the same in terms of why the score was what it was. I was a little bit disappointed in our effort against Kentucky, and to me, at Auburn, it was more of an execution piece and an effort. So I think although it may look the same, they felt different as a coach in the way we look at it. But we have talked about stepping out and playing well to start the game and being more aggressive to start each game.
You guys shot the best you have from the field yet against Kentucky. What do you credit that to?
Well, I think our pace was good. It got us some open looks. We got the ball inside. We took good shots. We missed some open threes that I think we can knock down. But, we took good shots. When we took shots, we took good shots and we shot them at a good clip.
Rakia ended the post-game presser on Sunday by saying, "Don't take advantage of the game." For her to have, possibly been a little groggy, it's still dropping 27 points. I mean, just what does that say about her as an athlete and her talent?
Yeah, she's such a competitive player. She's a gamer. I'm telling you, she does not want to lose. She wants to make plays. She wants to be good. So she's going to step out there and do everything she can for her team to be successful. And whether that's playing through tiredness or playing through maybe bouncing back when she didn't play her best to start. She's just so competitive and wants it really bad.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Thanks, Kellie.
Thank y'all.